who is the best team in the NFL as it stands today? And I think it's really interesting. I think there's basically 3, maybe 4 teams that you could put in that category or that have an argument. And I would say the Chiefs, the Bills, the Eagles, and it might be a stretch, but the 49ers, but I don't know. They've been looking interesting. Like they may have a say in the argument, but nonetheless, my pick is going to have to be the Eagles. And I know it probably sounds like, oh, well, that's an easy pick. They're the only undefeated team in the NFL. But there's a lot of people that think the Bills are. I think their passing game is pretty terrific. They can get after the passer. The Chiefs, kind of similar. They can get after it with Chris Jones as far as getting to the quarterback. And then obviously, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, etc. But I think I would go with the Eagles because of their style of play, of how they are winning games. And I feel, not always, but when you can run the ball at a really high level, you're going to put yourself in a really good position to be successful. And the run game travels, right? You can run the ball if it's rainy. You can run the ball if it's snowing. You can run the ball if it's cold. You can run it if it's hot. Now, throwing the ball is very different, right? If you get rain, it's more difficult to be successful throwing the ball. Sometimes the ball is going to get wet. It'll be heavier. It's harder to throw it down the field. Guys slipping on routes, etc. Like there's just a lot that can mess up a really good pass game. And I think that's why I would go with the Eagles over Buffalo or the Chiefs. And I also think the Eagles defense is pretty darn good as well. And Jalen Hurts has developed from last year to this year into a pretty darn good passer. Now, he's not, Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, but he's doing a great job making decisions with the football, throwing it down the field, which is something he struggled with last year. And he can also run the ball. I mean, him, having a quarterback who can add, 50 yards to the, the stat total in the rushing yards, that's a big deal. I mean, that takes you from 200 yards to 250 or 250 to 300, right? And they can do that at a really high level. So I think they just do a great job of playing complementary football. And I think that the Eagles are the best team. I think top to bottom, they don't have a ton of weaknesses. And we'll see what happens when it comes to the playoff time. But interested in your thoughts. Who do you think is the best team in the NFL? Let me know.